Greetings, adventurers, and welcome back to Abnormal Voyages. My name is David, and today we find ourselves in Alliance, Ohio. We're here today to see a fascinating Guinness World Book of Records collection. At the Troll Hole, they have the largest collection ever of troll dolls. Let's get in there and check it out. Tag along.
We're going to a place that you've never heard of before. It's Abnormal Voyages. You're gonna learn something new. We're gonna open new doors. It's Abnormal Voyages.
The Troll Hole was opened in 2013 by Sherry Groom, who has been collecting troll dolls ever since she was 5 years old. We happen to be here at a very good time. The hottest sporting event in the troll world was going on, the Troll Bowl. The game was in full swing, and there were tons of fans out there. The Goodyear blimp was even flying through the skies, making sure they get a good angle on all the action. And the great thing about a big game like this is it brings fans out from all different teams, not just the ones that happen to be playing currently. So no matter what team was your favorite, there were plenty of fans there to represent and cheer on the game. I've heard that the halftime shows of the Troll Bowl are pretty exciting. Definitely shows worth watching. It was a great day for a football game, and I wish we could sit down and watch the whole thing. But there's so much to see here that we have to be moving on. Not too far from the Troll Bowl, we see some fans milling about, and then some other trolls hanging out. This little guy here is put in a farm setting, one's in a wagon. This is a really cool cardboard display that was trolls versus knights. They were just play fighting though, don't worry, nobody's actually going to get hurt there. These trolls have managed to find themselves some rocking horses. Trolls actually really like riding rocking horses, it's a little known fact about them. And then just some various other fun troll art. I love this one with the little troll in the 11 place there. Very neat. And then hanging out with Winnie the Pooh and friends. Trolls also love Disney. A lot of people don't know that. One thing certainly not lacking here at the Troll Hole is creativity. These are some handmade displays for the trolls. Lots of environmental sections that you can kind of see the natural environment of trolls. It's rare that you see trolls out in the wild, so it's awesome to get a chance to actually see them like this. Then we move on to a few trolls that have gotten a little political and some that have gotten very patriotic. We have your Lil Sam, Lil Liberty, we got a bald eagle there, and then some that happen to look like former political figures, which is always interesting to see in troll form. Troll for president. Who would have ever guessed it? Now these trolls were very unique. That one happened to have two heads there. These are the not quite what you normally see in trolls, but as we know, trolls come in many shapes and sizes, and they are all very lovable just the same. Now a very exciting opportunity that you get is to stop by and see the one and only Rock and Troll Hall of Fame. That's right, they've collected all of your favorite big-name troll musicians, and they've all gathered here just to meet you. From what I understand, humans actually got jealous of how popular this section was, so they built their own human Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, not too far away in another part of Ohio. But just look at how outstanding and wonderful this musical display is. How could you ever pass up seeing a concert like this? I gotta say, I don't think anything at that other Hall of Fame could compare to this. More people are aware of this now that we've had the DreamWorks Trolls series out there, but before that, a lot of people didn't know trolls are extremely gifted musicians. They can play any instrument you've ever heard of, and many that you haven't heard of. Plus, they all seem to be able to carry a tune. We can't stay here too long, otherwise we'd end up dancing the night away with all these musical trolls. So, let's continue our tour. It never hurts to have a little background and history on a subject, so the Troll Hole goes out of their way to show you the history and origins of trolls. Many authors and historians have written about trolls. There are famous tales such as the Billy Goat Gruff that have featured trolls, and lots of different sightings and viewings of them. We don't quite know how long trolls have been around, but easy to say that it's well before humans. Some of the earliest troll tales are Scandinavian and Norse, and from that it seems they spread out a bit throughout the world. Something about trolls certainly just grabs at your attention. Something within the human spirit recognizes them and is just very intrigued with these cryptid creatures. From way back in history all the way to present day, we have seen multiple different types of trolls. The most recent, of course, being the movie Trolls from DreamWorks, which presents them in a very friendly and musical way. The Trolls franchise has actually kind of breathed life into what was once a fad a long time ago and kind of forgotten by the public. Then along comes this movie and bam! A whole new generation of kids and parents alike were wrapped up and brought into this wonderful, magical world. And it certainly doesn't hurt that there's some wonderful, catchy tunes in every movie and a great all-star cast doing the voices of the characters. But this is only one side of the troll world. They're not all represented this way. So let's look at some of the other types of trolls that happen to be out there. This is a molar from a troll, came right out of their mouth. There's a picture of a troll from another movie, and a giant toenail from a troll. Look how big that is. These are trolls that want to be more outside and kind of gravitate more towards nature. These are some necklaces that trolls would wear. This is actually a fake baby that a troll would sometimes kidnap human babies out of carriages and replace them with either a stump like this or even a baby troll. But even living outside, they happen to have a very soft pelt. Nice to pet. And here's a plaster casting of a troll footprint. Kind of reminds me of Bigfoot. Now this amazing display, you might actually want to watch this a few times and pause. There are 50 trolls hidden in here. There's one or two that are out in the open, but the other ones are in the rocks where you can see their faces, maybe in the gnarled branches of the trees. Outstanding work. It's just so cool to look through here and then suddenly see the different eyes that are all looking back out at you. Mountains are actually a fairly typical location to find trolls, especially ones like these. These are Smoky Mountain trolls, and though a lot of them can be found, of course, in that kind of Tennessee, Carolina area, they do sometimes migrate out, which is how we found such a large gathering of them here in Ohio. They may be very different from the trolls that we are used to seeing, but they are just as friendly and just as ready to have adventures. But what about the troll dolls, the famous ones that we all know? Well, I'm glad you asked. The infamous troll doll figures were first created by Thomas Dam in Denmark. He carved one for his daughter, and soon everybody wanted one. The troll dolls took off, and soon he invented his own corporation called Damn Things. And this here was actually made by the Damn Things in 1964. This is Icelandic sheep fur that ended up being its hair. Nice and plastic there. Very cool. Troll dolls ended up being very good luck for Thomas Dam. He was struggling financially, and wood carving was something he just kind of did in his spare time to unwind and relax. He was always making strange little creatures and different things that popped into his imagination, and one day that happened to be this classic troll doll that we all know and love. Local people all loved the design and bought up the ones that he would make, but his true break came when he was approached to do a window for Christmas time for a department store. He made a display with a giant Santa Claus, and right next to Santa was, of course, his Christmas elves. But instead of typical elves, he carved a bunch of his little trolls, and there they sat, happily bouncing up and down with Christmas cheer. Everybody instantly fell in love with them. With such a large demand, Thomas Dam soon switched from the hand-carved wooden dolls to a rubber-molded one, which made it a little easier on him to get the production going. And by 1961, he'd switched over to a new PVC that actually is what trolls are made of still to this very day. Now, Thomas called these good luck trolls, but when they came over to the United States, the distributor decided to rename them as Wishnicks. So sometimes you'll hear them referred to as that, but they all are troll dolls. But no matter what you called them, there was no mistaking that these dolls were an absolute hit. In the 1960s, trolls were everywhere, even in the White House. President John F. Kennedy invited Betty Miller, the very first woman to pilot a solo trans-Pacific flight, into the White House. She arrived, and she brought along her good luck charm, her very own troll doll. This doll was with her throughout her entire flight, so there's no way she wasn't bringing it with her to the White House. As a matter of fact, in 1964 alone, Americans purchased over 1 million troll dolls. The sales numbers were so impressive that the Damn Things company purchased the entire harvest of Icelandic sheepskin from Iceland just to make the signature troll hair. The only downside to the explosive success of trolls was that once something is this popular, you're bound to have competitors, and soon, countless other companies were making troll dolls of their own. And while the kids didn't necessarily care where it came from, Thomas Dam certainly did. Because there wasn't a true copyright filed on the troll dolls, there wasn't much that could be done to stop competitors from making these knockoff troll dolls. The Damn Things company soldiered on, however, and after many, many, many years and lots of lawsuits, they finally won their rights back to the troll dolls and have had the worldwide rights since 1994. It's estimated that Americans have spent about $4.5 billion on troll dolls, but due to all the legal issues, the Damn Things company only got a small portion of that money throughout the years. Today, they've actually sold the worldwide rights, except for Scandinavia, to the DreamWorks company, where they are free to create more movies, dolls, toys, whatever they'd like. It seems this was the best way to keep trolls in the public eye and have a happy ending for everyone. But let's take a look at all the amazing trolls that have come out in the past few decades. We are now in the bulk of the Troll Hole collection, and there are shelves upon shelves of trolls. Heck, even this bathroom's been fully taken over by trolls. Sorry, big guy, we don't mean to disturb you. No matter the profession, the holiday, the event you may be looking for, there's guaranteed to be a troll out there that's dressed exactly for the part and ready to go. And with such a massive collection, a lot of them are pretty unique. Some of the more rare trolls, these were actually made in the form of animals, such as this giraffe troll, monkey troll, some lion trolls. These are some of the more expensive ones out there. These can range from $200–300 all the way up close to $1,000 each. In their heyday, trolls were very similar to something like Beanie Babies being a more recent fad. So it just makes sense that there was such a wide variety and that collectors went absolutely crazy for them. And sometimes stores would even have limited edition trolls or special clothing sets or unique accessories to go along with your troll doll. And it's easy to see why trolls took off so quickly in popularity. They really draw you in with their bright, fluffy hair, adorable faces, and many people claiming that they're just so ugly they're cute. Trolls came in a variety of life stages. These are a lot of toddler and baby trolls here, just in case you wanted to know what little trolls look like when they are freshly born. And you can honestly find trolls in pretty much any stage of life you're interested in. They have ones that have just graduated from high school, some that were drafted to play Major League Baseball, or some that had just gotten married and were ready to really start their lives. Personally, I count myself lucky anytime I can see a collection as unique and as well kept as this one, where you can just tell that there's passion and love poured into every single inch. This is a place truly filled with magic. So this is the official sign here saying this is the world's largest troll collection. The number on here is 8,379, but the museum has told us that since then they are currently at 9,001. This troll here is the very first one that Sherry Groom collected, so this is troll number 1. And if you follow us to the other side of the room, this is the most recent edition, so this is troll 9001. Going at this rate, they're going to be at 10,000 in no time. As they say, all good things must come to an end, including this amazing voyage. My name is David, and this has been Abnormal Voyages. Thanks for tagging along. We'll see you next time.
Thanks for watching Abnormal Voyages. Thanks for watching Abnormal Voyages.
And just in case you were wondering, this is what happens when a troll gets left out in the sun. He turns into stone.